Young Justice, issue 19. Brian Michael Bendis writing with Scott Godlewski on the art. As Connor starts to get drunk because he's not talking about this one.
I'll be honest. I debated whether or not you're going to be long enough for me to go and make another drink.
I'm on my
sure.
own. It's unlikely. I'm on my own.
Do you think you can stall for like a couple of minutes?
Nope. So
stall, bitch.
No. What? Where are you going? Piss off.
Just stall.
They don't. All right. So Young Justice issue 19. It's a Cassie issue, which the last issue did kind of tease to, and she is tested by Zeus. Zeus comes to see her in human form. She's struggling. She can't get her job back because she just kind of disappeared a while ago and didn't show up.
I would say at least Zeus is in human form and not as a swan, which is something that Zeus is prone to do.
No, he shows up in a very sharp business suit, and Cassie's not too impressed to see him. And basically, this issue, in a nutshell, is Zeus being like, okay, it's time for you to accept your place in the pantheon and all the rest of it. And Cassie essentially makes the point of, no, I don't want to be a god. I don't want to be in the pantheon. Go away. And Zeus gets pissed and leaves. That's the issue. But in between
wait. Yeah. We had a whole issue with Zeus, and he didn't screw someone.
He did not screw anyone, no.
Very un-Zeus-like.
But he did conjure up some giant monsters for her to fight, and she ends up fighting this giant thing in Times Square. Which, is like, well, is it Times Square? Is she in Metropolis? Maybe Metropolis, but it looks like Times Square.
Metropolis is Times Square.
Yeah, it's Times Square adjacent, right? It's a big main street with lots of screens and shit.
She looks like she's in Metropolis, which basically could have just said she looks like she's in New York. It's interchangeable.
Yeah. So the rest of the team aren't involved for the first half of the issue, but they obviously, after this big fight with the monsters, she gets in touch with them all, including Naomi and Spoiler, who are both there, which is cool. And as they're discussing all this stuff, giant stuff starts happening in the water. Poseidon shows up, and she's like, oh, it was really Poseidon who was trying to test me. That's what this is all about. So the whole team, help her fight off Poseidon. And that sounds like it's probably really amazing on paper, and it's all right. It's a big double-page spread.
It sounds like such an un-Pete story. I bet Matt would have liked this a lot more.
Probably would have. I mean, it was fine. The art is good. I thought the art was really nice. Godlewski does a good job. Color's really nice. Pops. But the usual things I like about the art in Young Justice. But it all boils down to her, disowning and saying she doesn't want this, and it ends with her shedding a tear as she looks up at the sky, is just as pissed off, angrily. It's okay. It's Young Justice has got a really weird book. Do you know what? This would be a fine issue if it was like, oh, we're still doing an ongoing book, but it's ending in 2 issues, so it feels like a really weird thing to be doing 2 issues at the end. The whole book feels somewhat aimless, and that is kind of a shame. This is an issue on its own, though, is perfectly fine and solid. Like I say, it probably feels a way more to Matt than it does to me, but it was an easy enough read. It was, for a Bendis issue, it wasn't too wordy. There's a little bit heavy third-person narration on a couple of pages when it was kind of talking about Cassie as if she was a legend, as if it was the scrolls of whatever.
The scrolls of whatever. The
scrolls of whatever. Yes, that's my cutting-edge analysis of the situation.
I feel like we're really missing Matt's angle here.
We probably are. Matt would have stuff to add to this, but he decided to go and celebrate his birthday. All right.
What a dick.
So don't cry to me. So it's okay. It's okay. I clearly don't have a whole ton to say about the issue.
How many issues you got left of this? Not many.
No,
right?
It's 2 or 3. So it's not a lot.
Yeah.
Because December maybe the last one. Maybe it's January. I can't remember.
Do we not already have the final issue tag?
I can't remember if it was. I can't remember if it was final issue or if it was it's the penultimate
Start
issue.
Of the final arc, right? Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember. So yeah, it's like a 6.5.
What issue is that? Because in my head, 17's the last one.
Oh no, we're already past that.
Okay.
This was issue 19.
That's I guess I just stopped paying attention to it a lot. Well, maybe 17 was the issue that came out when we heard it was cancelled. That's why that's in my head.
maybe yes, we're already past 17. If it was 17, something's afoot because I just read issue 19 and talked about it.
So you think?